Ethics panel of Parliament has recommended your expulsion from the Lok Sabha, claiming that you have breached national security and wanting an investigation into alleged cash for favors or cash for questions. Your first reaction to that order of or recommendation of expulsion?
Rajdeep, I think for me it's a badge of honor, because I think I am going to go down in history as the first person who was unethically expelled by the Ethics Committee, whose mandate did not even extend to an expulsion. I mean, the best they can do is actually a suspension. It is only the Privileges Committee that can recommend an expulsion. So even that, these people in their haste didn't get right. But be that as it may, this was a fixed match from the beginning. And today, as I think you've tweeted about it as well, that the draft report was not circulated. Last night at night, it was given to NDTV, which is the Adani-owned channel. Please don't beep this out. And it was handed out to certain members of the BJP press, and a hard copy was sent to members. That's how scared they were. Then this morning, today when they went into the meeting, the agenda said discussion, consideration and adoption of the report on the agenda. And when the members walked in and they said, you know, we're going to discuss this, the chairperson said, no, we're only going to put it to a vote, and he put up his own hand. So it was over in 2 minutes. So I think that I am actually going to wear this like a badge of honor, that's how that's how desperate these people were to shut me up. So I think, you know, this is a foregone, this was the foregone conclusion. And, but the important thing to remember is that they're doing this as a media circus for the next 3 weeks, Rajdeep. They say, oh, she's expelled, she's expelled. They don't have the power to actually expel me. It's a recommendation which they will give to the Speaker. The Speaker obviously will forward it to the House on the first day of the winter session. So the day I can actually be expelled is on the first day of the winter session. So let that happen and we'll take it from there.
You've called it a badge of honor, but I want to come to specifics. It's a 500-page report. There are two primary charges that have been made which has led to this recommendation for expulsion. Number one, unethical conduct and contempt of the House by Mahua Moitra for sharing her Lok Sabha login credentials to unauthorized persons and its impact on national security. Your login password being shared to Darshan Hiranandani's office, a Dubai-based businessman, is being seen as a violation of national security, according to the committee report.
I think you should read the verbatim. I'm going to actually make that public, given that the BJP has thrown Rule 275-2 to the winds and given everything to their own channels. I think I'm actually going to put the verbatim report of what's happened in the committee forward. Uttam Reddy, the Congress MP from Telangana, put it very mildly. He said it's just absurd. If it's a national security issue, that the sharing of a Lok Sabha portal, what is unauthorized persons? There were never any NIC rules given as to who is authorized and who is unauthorized. Till today there is no rule. For the past 3 weeks since this investigation, this kangaroo court has been going on, the NIC still has not put out any rules, and each MP's office still shares this login portal. It's not an email password, it's a login portal password with upwards of 10 people or more. At any given point in time, 3,000 people or more have the login password. So the unauthorization, there is no unauthorized, number one. Number two, if national security depended on the portal by which questions and travel reimbursements could be done, then I really think the NIC should have done a better job of protecting it. And for the last 3 weeks should have put out national level advisories saying that this is a breach of national security. It will call for action under the NIA. Every MP has to please come sign an affidavit saying they are the only ones using their password. I haven't seen them do any of that.
No, but even while you say, ma'am, just a minute. Ma'am, even while you, just a minute, ma'am. Even while you say there are no rules specifically mentioning how do you use what a parliamentarian can or cannot do with his or her login password, the fact is, as per the report, and you haven't denied it, your Lok Sabha login was used from Dubai 47 times. They've used that information, which is in the public domain, which is not denied.
What do you mean I haven't denied it? I haven't. Where is the question of denying it? I have said it myself on your show before the report even made public. I said that I had requested my friend's office to type in my questions. The OTP came to me.
You don't see that as impropriety of any kind?
I have given 61 questions. Obviously, then How is that any person can use any help for parliamentary assistance anywhere? Every parliamentarian is covered as long as they receive no pecuniary benefit. You can ask any question that is in public interest. All of my 61 questions, especially the ones on Mr. Adani, are in public interest. My question on how he illegally got Thamra without a tender is in public interest. My question about how his shady company, which is owned by FPIs from abroad, that SEBI doesn't know about and is buying up airports and ports in India, is in public interest. My 9 questions on Adani are in public interest, and all my questions are in public interest. I am free to use typist assistance from anywhere, and if the NIC is such a secret portal, please block foreign IP addresses from entering.
Yeah, but I spoke to certain members of the ethics panel who told me that if Mahua Moitra wanted, ma'am, would you in hindsight have been better off giving your login password to a researcher or someone in your own office rather than someone in Darshan Hiranandani's office? Was that a, do you accept that?
Not at all. Everyone, not at all. He's my friend. Not at all. He's my friend. If there are no rules, I'm perfectly okay if my friend has a large office with a lot of typists. I can ask him to, can you just have someone type it in? Please understand, the OTP came to me. It was just using secretarial help. And he's my old friend. There's nothing wrong with it.
So
now you want to put a gun to somebody's head and ask him to come on Times Now and say it's an error of judgment, that's your business. I'm certainly not going to go back and do whatever. There are people use their children, their children's friends, and what about lamps?
Okay,
it's
so
a
you're
private
saying
agency.
So you're saying there's no error of...
Can the Lok Sabha Secretariat tell me...
You're saying there's no error of judgment?
No.
In the...
My only error... There's no, not at all. And the most important thing is, A, there's no national security. It's laughable. We have reduced parliamentary democracy in India to a farce. We have reduced it to a farce. When a Minister of Home Affairs is giving clearance to Adani to buy airports and ports in this country, when you don't know who owns his stock, and Chinese nationals and UAE nationals own his stock, and you're giving MHA clearance, and you're coming and saying that somebody should be expelled for because it's such a national security issue. We have reduced parliamentary democracy under the BJP to a farce. I am glad they're doing this because people can see what monkeys they are.
Okay.
I'm glad they're doing this. The more of this they'll do, the people who voted for them also will realize they made a mistake.